What's up guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So आज का वीडियो का टाइटल जैसे सजेस्ट करता है Look what I got. So first have a look at what I got. Well, it is not what you think it is. This is not my motorcycle, but it is a friend's motorcycle, and a lot of you have been following me on Instagram and you guys think that I have purchased this bike, but that's not the case. However, I have been riding this bike for the past 3 to 3.5 months, and let me tell you what it feels like to live with this motorcycle for almost 3 to 3.5 months, and today I am going to share my experience about it. Now, no better way to share the experience than to jump on the motorcycle and take it for a spin, and on the spin I will tell you my experience, and in the end I will sum it up what I actually think of this motorcycle after riding it for 3 to 3.5 months. So let me quickly get up and jump on the motorcycle and let's take it for a spin. As an experienced motorcycle rider and a bike enthusiast, one can tell you what it feels like to ride this motorcycle, but it is when you actually own it and live with it is when you come to really know what it actually feels like, what are the tiny little issues and what are the cool quirks of these amazing machines. That is the reason why I created the Living With It series on my channel, so that the owners can come and share their experiences with you guys of what it feels like to actually live with it. If you haven't watched that series, go to my channel, check it out. It's on a playlist called Living With It. I'm sure you guys will love it. Similar case, I don't own this motorcycle, but I have been living with it for the past 3 to 3.5 months, and since the time it's here, I haven't been able to keep my hands off it. Almost every day I have been riding it and clocking about 40 to 50 kilometers on it. Today I'm going to share my experience of what it feels like to ride a Triumph Street 765S on a daily basis. Now, the first thing what you're going to notice about this motorcycle is that it's a pretty compact motorcycle, and that's not a bad thing, because since the bike is compact, the weight is really less. It's only 166 kgs. To put it into perspective, it's just a few kgs heavier than the Duke 390, but it's got tons and tons of more power. It's got about 110 bhp give or take, which means the power to weight ratio is insane. Also, it's about 50 kgs lighter than my GSXS 750, which means the handling of this motorcycle is fantastic. It's really agile, it's very easy to maneuver. The ergonomics of the motorcycle are really good. It's upright, the seat is comfortable, the handlebars are nice and wide, which means when you have to maneuver this bike in traffic, it's really easy. Also, the suspension setup of the bike is fantastic. It absorbs the bumps beautifully. On a daily commute, you have a lot of things on your mind about business, work, studies, whatever. You do not want to be worried about the motorcycle as much as the task in hand. So when I ride this motorcycle, I'm absolutely not worried about the bike, because it is just so easy to handle, so easy to ride. The power delivery is pretty good of this motorcycle. Let me tell you about the engine first. It's got a 765cc inline 3-cylinder engine, which Triumphs are famous for. It's got about, give or take, 110-111 bhp, something like that, which is pretty sufficient for riding it on the streets. It's got 2 modes, rain and road. In the rain mode, you get a safety net so that the bike doesn't slip or does not lose traction when the surface is a little bit slippery. Also comes with a dual channel ABS. It's got Nissan twin calipers in the front and the Brembo at the back, and the brakes are pretty good. Let me show you this. Just with a little bit of a touch of your hand, the bike slows down very easily. Now, the handling is good, the suspension is good, the brakes are good. What is the downside of this motorcycle? Well, it does have a few downsides, but they are very tiny little downsides which can be avoided and can be taken care of. The number one thing, which is The number one thing which is the biggest issue of this motorcycle is the ground clearance. It has a very low ground clearance, which means if you have a pillion at the back, the bike tends to touch down on speed breakers, and if you're a heavier rider, it might touch down on speed breakers as well. Apart from that, the mirrors are not very easy to adjust. They adjust very well front and back, but up and down it's not as easy. It does not have a adjustment mechanism in that. So overall, the bike is really good. It's very easy to ride, it's very easy to handle, it's very easy to maneuver. Also guys, the heat management of the motorcycle is fantastic, and I really love the soundtrack of this motorcycle. It's got a very unique Triumph sound, which has got that whistling sound. Even though the bike is running on the standard stock exhaust, it's pretty throaty, and I don't feel the need to change the exhaust onto an aftermarket unit, because when you're accelerating it, there is ample of sound to keep you entertained. So the sound of the motorcycle is also really good. All these factors combined makes it really easy to ride and maneuver. So how do I sum this video up? So guys, to sum this video up, this motorcycle is the ideal motorcycle if you just want to buy one bike for the street and for the highway. And I'm in absolute love with this bike after riding it for 3.5 months. Now that leaves me with one question. A few months ago, I unveiled my GSXS 750. The Suzuki GSXS 750. Did I buy the wrong motorcycle? Well, that's a conversation for another video. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button, and till the next time, keep the rubber side down. Over and out. This is Shariq signing out. See you guys very soon.